Today, I want to talk about price gouging. I have been in meeting with clients over the last 2 weeks, and I've heard somewhat horror stories of what they are seeing in price gouging. One particular one was very upsetting, and it was REI. They went and bought a backpack, and there was a $40 upcharge on that purchase. And when they asked what it was like, oh, that we're just adding that upcharge to the purchase. And they decided that they didn't want the backpack and returned it once they discovered that there was that upcharge. And she got the money back, but they didn't refund the upcharge. I am telling you, I wanted to address this because we're we're all experiencing this, and there are several things that we can do to feel better about it or be smart about it. So let's talk about what's actually been going on. According to gov.ca, the oil industry made 63 billion in profits in 90 days as Californians paid record gas prices. I don't know about you, but when I go before I get the California border, I always get gas in Arizona before I cross over. But it actually caused the CEC to hold hearings with the oil executives and experts to attempt to pose a price gouging penalty in efforts to slow down this incredible excess of money being taken out of consumer pockets. So we're seeing this in other industries, particularly grocery stores. King Soopers had dog food originally priced at 79 cents that now is $1.69. Dog treats that were $3.99, now it's $7.99. Name the grocery store, Safeway, Kroger, Publix, Jewel Osco had a loaf of bread for $5.39, which was 90 cents more expensive than it was just mid-year. So the more and more companies are using inflation to raise prices and generate huge profits. The more, and of course, we, the consumers, suffer. For those living paycheck to paycheck, of course, this makes this extremely difficult for households and families to eat healthy when one bell pepper now costs $1.99. It's so much easier to buy cheaper and also heavily processed foods. And it's not just food and gas. Everywhere from prescription drugs to baby formula, price increases can be detrimental to your savings and, of course, your financial plan. And this is happening in many cities all around the world, where companies are taking advantage of the money lost during the lockdown to hike prices and now blaming it on inflation for their price gouging. According to NBC News, with inflation, of course, at its highest in almost 40 years, American families are facing higher prices at the checkout and are making do with leaner meals. Once deemed essential workers, grocery store employees are now say they feel expendable and have been rewarded with only marginal increases in wages. Think about how we relied on them when we were in lockdown, leaving them unable to cover their own rising food costs. In 2020, supermarkets saw sales increase by 11% over the prior year, which was an average of 63 billion a month, according to the Census Bureau's monthly retail trade report. And that trend also continued in 2021. Those of you who know what some prices are, share with us your stories of what you've experienced so all of us can be better prepared and knowing what's there for what your own experience was and what those prices were. So, one way to combat, besides knowing and us sharing what to avoid during that time, is to price comparison and, of course, couponing. Grocers like Trader Joe's still maintain reasonable prices for those of you who are lucky enough to live near one. It's okay to feel overwhelmed amidst. It's okay to feel overwhelmed. These are crazy, crazy times. But be smart about where you're shopping. Find deals where you can and know that this is temporary. You know, it's funny, I often say this to clients that money is like ocean waves. You'll experience times when the tide is in and times when the tide is out. And our challenge is not to go up and down emotionally with the natural way money ebbs and flows in life. So use these ebb periods to review your spending plan and get closer about how money fits in to your life. Thank you.